We live, my brother.
What's happening?
What's going on? Hello. How you been doing today, brother?
Listen, man. I've been great. You know,
Man, we
considering
moving on
circumstances.
up. This is our 19th episode.
19, bro. We almost grown. We almost 21.
We almost 21 out here in these streets. All right, so we want to say welcome again to Mannn with 3 N's. Man, me too. We back another episode. And I don't know if you all can see, but we have some special guests in the house tonight. We have our beautiful wives on tonight, and we're gonna do this thing together. We're gonna do this thing couple styles and just kind of have a real conversation about relationship, marriages, ups, downs, and all those types of things. So we just want to say welcome again. This is Mannn, Me Too. For anybody who may be on right now, we want you to like, comment, share. Well, this is a conversation not just between us four, but we want to make sure that we open up the dialogue for everybody. If you all put something in the chat, we will try to post it if we see it as something that we want to comment on. And you all join the conversation with us. So we just wanted to say welcome again. Also, go to our YouTube channel, and that's at Mannn with 3 N's, Me Too. And we want you to hit the like, comment, and share it. And we also want you to subscribe by hitting the notification bell. Make sure that you hit that all button. So anytime we put up any content, that you all are being notified that we live now. So share this with somebody. Share this with somebody who's in a relationship. Share this with anybody that may think about being in a relationship or a marriage, because you may get some good stuff tonight. So I'm going to introduce my wife. Of course, I'm Scooter Lamont for anybody that does not know. And this is my beautiful wife. Go ahead and say something about yourself.
Hi, I'm his beautiful wife, Janetta.
What's your last name?
Warlick.
That's right. And then I got my brother, my co-host over there. Go ahead and say something to the people.
Yo, I'm gonna let my wife introduce herself first because she's the honorable
honorable mention.
I don't know. Go ahead, babe. Tell them about yourself.
Hey y'all. I am Ebony Davis, aka Mrs. Davis, also known as Mrs. So Dope. Yeah. Let me see your shirt there.
Oh wait.
All
Yeah,
right.
we got Sis So Dope in the house on tonight.
Am I on the camera?
Yeah. But no, I'm Ebony Davis. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so this is a special episode, marriage edition. You know, so
Yes.
if you thinking about it, hey,
hashtag marriage is not easy, but it's worth it.
Oh.
No, but seriously, it's a wonderful thing to be able to even just sit here with our wives and just converse and have a conversation. Again, just like me and my brother Carl, we have conversations. We all have conversations together about relationships and just kind of keep each other encouraged and those types of things. So we wanted to open that up to you all on tonight as well. So again, like, share this show. Also, if you all have any comments, just like we normally do this show on every first and third Thursday of the month. And so if you all have any comments or anything about anything and we don't get a chance to get to it tonight, send us an email at Mannn with 3 N's, me too, @gmail.com. And hey, make sure that whatever it is, even if it's anonymous and you don't want us to tell who sent it in, that's okay as well. You may have a question about relationships, may have a question about being a man. Also, our show, our normal show, is a platform for men to speak out on issues that we don't normally get a chance to talk about. We want to shatter the silence of men, and we want to start the community of healing, love, and laughter. So that's what we normally are geared towards, which this is definitely an extension of that. We just have our beautiful wives with us tonight. So, but seriously, really? So, again, we want to make sure that that you all know what's going on this show. This is a platform for men. Hey, we got some stuff we don't normally talk about, and we deal with stuff just like women do. Now, the thing about women, they get together, they talk about almost everything. You know, they even go to the bathroom
all the time.
together. But men,
All the
we
time.
hold it all in. We hold it in. We don't necessarily talk about those things. And so we want to we normally kind of open those things up, and we talk about a variety of subjects and topics. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. But this is the marriage edition. So, all right.
Marriage edition.
All right. So do you have anything else to say before we get into the topics?
No, let's go.
You lovely ladies have something to add.
Well, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your
There you go.
platform this evening. We greatly appreciate the opportunity to sit next to such awesome men. And so we celebrate y'all. What y'all say, y'all 19th episode?
Yeah.
All right. So that's
Thank you. And let me say this. You all don't normally get a chance to see our wives, but normally they're working behind the scenes doing something. So now they get a chance to be in front of the screen. So we appreciate you all as well. So we give you all praise. Bro, have you been having praise breaks? I got a question. Have you been having your self-praise break?
All the time, Scooter. That's what I do all the time.
Okay. So for those that don't know, maybe you all were not on last week. I mean, the week before last when we were on, we were talking about giving ourselves praise breaks, just simply taking a break and letting us, encourage our own self, saying, I did that, And so sometimes we overlook those things or we kind of downplay them. But, hey, you did that. Whatever it was this week, you did it. And if you watched your children, you did that. If you went to work every day this week thus far, you did that. And so, hey,
you hit yourself on the chest, you be like, I'm the daddy.
That's right. I'm the daddy. No, but take a moment, take a moment to stop and give yourself a praise break and say, you know what, I did that. And so that's what that's geared towards. So I'm glad you got a chance to do that this week. I've been doing that, and I've also been trying to give myself positive affirmations because a lot of times we speak down on, like I said, we dumb down what we really are doing. And so, hey, I'm speaking well of myself from here on out. So
that's right. I was gonna ask you what you doing.
I learned this week, if I speak well to myself, it's going to turn over into me speaking well to my wife as well. So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else to say before we
I'm the mama. Say something nice about me.
All right. So for those that don't know, my wife is she is awesome in everything that she does. She's normally working behind the scenes on if any event, any type of thing like that. She is very good at what she does. She's a very good business person. Hey, in marriage, she the one who taught me about finances, and that's how I got on the right path. So I give her that credit. But she's an awesome person. She's a inspirational speaker. She will get up and speak, and she's a comedian. So
come on.
You get up and you speak. It may be a funeral,
take some inspiration,
but you are inspiring the people when you get up. And I watch you. Hey, y'all, my wife is a professional funeral speaker. She will get up and lighten your family's load. So if you all need to book her at mannme2@gmail.com. Any funeral that you may have, she can come and lighten your load.
Keep playing.
Y'all laughing, I'm serious. This girl.
What you gonna call me, the bird and the heavy low share?
No,
hey.
we're only laughing because we know the brilliance that she has.
Don't try to help him. Don't try to help him. His funeral gonna be next.
Really? You gonna speak at that?
Oh, wait a
I'm not
minute.
gonna.
Wait a minute.
That's what I thought.
Let's play a game.
You must didn't read it.
All right, so we brought our wives here for a couple reasons, right? So this month is our anniversary.
Yay!
Tell us how many years has it been?
It'll be 11 years on the 25th.
How many more kids?
0.
Y'all sure? Is that what the will of God says?
Sure is.
Yep. He understands what we want.
Oh man. Hey, that's good.
Oh, look at this.
That's great. 11 years. How many years have you all been together though? Do you all know?
16?
16? Only 6?
16 years together.
I'll second that.
Because last year was 15 years together and we were married.
I'll second that, Bob.
So 16 years together.
Okay.
And 11 years married. On Tuesday.
That is awesome. Like, we are very proud of you all. Hey, y'all making it. And marriage doesn't have to be perfect, but like I said earlier, it's worth it. And so, you know, people, oftentimes people who are married look at single people and feel like they're having all the fun. And a lot of times the single people are looking at the married people saying, hey, they having all the fun. Well, I'm here to let you know that married people, we have all the fun.
Them single people out here losing, bro.
But seriously, it is worth it. You have your ups and your downs, but when you going through something and you actually have somebody there that can help you through that or can pray with you or be there to encourage you, it is so worth it. And so, hey, we right behind y'all. We've been together, what, 15 years? That's crazy, y'all. That's an accomplishment in itself because all of us are young. Like, it's not like we are 80 or 60 or 70 years old and we've been together for so long. We've been together since we were kids, pretty much, and we grew up. We're growing together because we have not arrived and we have not made it, but we are growing together. And as long as we can grow together, we can go together. And as long as we can go together, we can live together.
Oh, here we
and
go.
As long as we can live together,
here we go.
Come on.
We can stay together.
Both of you guys are incredible. Oh, wait, you went in on that. Both of you guys are incredible, speakers.
He just need a work cited page.
Real good.
Yes.
He needs a work cited page. That's all.
She think I steal everything. That was from my heart.
That's from Gordon.
But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and so congratulations again on 11 years coming up. I'm so like I said, I say all the time, we look to you all as examples, especially as far as having a family of what we would want to have one day soon. And so we're proud of you all. We watch you all from afar and up close, and we see how you all parent, how you all deal with each other, how you all deal with everything around that. And so congratulations, because I mean, y'all, I don't think it was easy, but y'all are making it. And the thing that I love that I see that you all are not just existing, but you all are living. And so there's a difference between existing, just being with somebody, but actually living and experiencing things and enjoying each other and praying with each other and speaking well and speaking into each other. So I see that a lot from you all, and we just want to say congratulations to you. So yeah,
the best is yet to come. So you see how they have their arm. Why are your arm wrapped around me? I feel like I'm getting pushed up the thing.
All right, so what question y'all got for tonight?
All right.
Before we get into that, hey, people who are looking, share this with anybody that's, like I said, in a relationship, want to be in a relationship. Hey, we all learning from each other tonight.
Ask them the other question. No, can I say this? No,
Yeah.
for real. So since we started like kicking it real tough, I can say that like this ain't no one way street, okay? Like it's stuff that y'all do that I be like, bruh, I should have been doing that stuff. Like, and I'm really trying to, step my game up, not to compete, but to, like I'm
Yeah, we learn
inspired
from
by
each
some of
other.
the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you got to get around people that inspire you to be better. You can't just be out here thinking you got
Have
to
it
be
right.
stuck where you are, or you can never grow where you are just because it's been 10, 11 years. It's always room for growth. So listen, as much as you sit here and say y'all look at us, same thing over here, okay?
We appreciate
this
that.
this not a one-way street. I always try to put myself around people who uh are encouraging me to grow or challenging me to do better or be better. Or so listen, I don't just hang around with bums. So I'm just saying, if we hang out, you know you know
You need to challenge
it's
me now and then.
That's what's up.
yeah.
We appreciate that.
Right on.
We definitely learning from each other. All right.
So my wife is the deep touch her soul when she talks. She wants to know your most inner deepest feelings. So I was gonna go try to go light tonight, but my wife, she wants to talk about,
What?
like what did she say? Like we could just discuss like our successes,
Yeah.
our
What's
struggles,
work?
or whatever. So
Yeah.
And that's real.
So
That's what
pretty
people
much,
need to hear.
um, oops.
good.
No, I was just gonna say, the idea that I had was to pretty much like kind of come from a place of transparency of out of these 10 years or out of these 11 years, what's worked, what has caused your marriage to be successful, what has not worked at all, what were some of the struggles, what were some of the successes. I mean, you don't have to get like super, super deep, but I feel like, this is an opportunity for like us to be real with the people and like let them know from the standpoint of like, yes, both of our marriages are successful as a result of blah, 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 blah. Or like what did not work, what did work. And yeah, so the Warlicks, what do you feel um has worked in you being successful? What do you feel has not worked with you all being successful? And then we can go.
So my thing is, what do you define as successful? Because that determines how you even answer the question.
It's all about you.
Because
How do
I
you
think in
feel?
marriage, every day it's not necessarily not going to be like a great day or, oh, blah, blah, blah. But I think for me, successful means made it through that day or accomplished some type of goal. Because every day it's something different.
Well, one thing that you got to consider when people think success, they automatically think of all the good things.
Well, there's big successes and small
But,
successes. So,
but
That's
with
what I was thinking.
success, there's often a lot of failures to even get to the success. And so I don't think that you can really have success without failures. None of us just got on the bike and just rode it. We had to get on. We fell a couple times, trying to learn our balance. Then we got to the point where our failures turned into us actually balancing things on the bike and actually riding it with no problem. So maybe, like I used to ride my bike with no hands. And so, but that didn't just happen all of a sudden. And so that's the same thing with our relationship. We're constantly getting on that bike trying to balance things. And I think to me that's what makes it successful, that we keep trying to balance. We keep trying to get on that bike. We keep trying. I think what makes it unsuccessful when you stop trying, or you're not willing to
Don't
try.
give up. Yep.
And so that's one thing that, you know, we're all human. We get to the point where you get fed up with things, you get tired of things, you don't want to deal with certain things. But as long as you keep going, to me, that determines what success is. I don't want to be super deep, but even Jesus in the garden before he was getting ready to die, the Bible says his sweat was like sweat glances of blood. So it didn't look like success at that moment. It didn't look like victory, but it was victory in the making. And so we all have those garden experiences. We all have those moments where anxiety kicks in, where frustration kicks in, where I don't want to deal with this kicks in. But as long as you get to the point where you surrender that thing to God and definitely to one another, say, hey, this is bigger than both of us. Let's keep going. Let's keep trying. Let's keep trying to get on this bike so we can continue balancing. I think that's what leads to true success. Now, one thing I can say over the last couple of years that I think is leading to us getting to the really good success is that we've always prayed on our own. But every morning we get together on the phone, whether she's at work and I'm on my way to work. And before we do anything, we start up with prayer. Because the Bible does say, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all other things will be added unto us. So we feel like if we seek God first before we do anything, then he's going to guide our day. He's going to he can take control, and we're giving him the permission to be able to step in when it's something that we can't handle. And so that's something that I feel like is leading to us being very successful. And I mean, hey, maybe you want to try it in your relationship, and I pray that it works. But with us, that's been one of the things that's leading us to the success that we both desire. What you got to say?
Oh, what I will say, hold on, is she said something about the bike. Scooter said I couldn't ride a bike. So one success is I have proven him wrong. I rode the bike last weekend before last. And
oh my God.
Yeah, let's talk about the bike.
Well, the thing is, sometimes in relationships or in life, period, you don't believe things until you can see things.
Right, but he kept saying he got to ride a bike with no hands. But I bought Scooter 3 years ago, brand new bike. It was 2 years
ago.
He put the bike halfway together. He never rode the bike. So
that's because last year was a whole pandemic.
He could have rode the pandemic in circles or something. I don't know. But he don't know how to ride a bike. So let's talk about the bike. What I will say about success is
really
proving the enemy wrong. Even if sometimes the enemy works on your husband, because this man said I know how to ride a bike. Then he had people thinking I know how to ride a bike. But he
First of all, I didn't have nobody thinking that you didn't know how to ride a bike.
My family,
your family thinking you know how to ride a bike because they had seen you riding a bike.
Because
like I just said, sometimes you gotta see people do something.
We grew up on Mount Clyde. We didn't even have brakes on our bikes. We had to use our feet.
Come on now, come on, Montclair.
We know how to ride bikes.
Okay.
That's successful in itself. How about that?
That y'all still here? Y'all was using y'all feet to stop.
What you say?
No, she just said that. She said y'all use y'all feet to stop. Y'all didn't have no brakes. That's successful.
We didn't have no brakes, but we did use the front of our shoes.
So how y'all stop the bike with no brakes?
With your feet.
Hey.
Oh no!
Smokey stopped the car on Friday with his foot. That's a success, and he made millions off that movie. How about that?
You sure it wasn't the bike where you push the pedal backwards?
No, it was not.
They got more money than us. So they got more than we got.
No.
We stopped it with our feet. Some of the bikes did have brakes, but it was 2 in particular. I do remember because one of them I flipped off of.
Oh, geez.
I flipped over the bike, and I remember that one did not have any brakes. Matter of fact, I just talked about this with my coworker earlier today. But yeah.
Were you all riding from gunshots or
See, too far. And you just said over that head, niggas meals on Mount Clyde, no gunshot hit you yet.
I'm just kidding.
Anyways, we talking about successes.
Yeah, it was on you.
All our success will be credited to nothing but the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the only true and wise God.
Come on now, come on.
Ooh, I got 40 picks.
Um,
Right on.
Scooter and I
Oh Lord. Go ahead.
have come a long way. We started out on Palm Street, on Wall Street. Now we on Loveland.
Dang, just get him. You might as well get him the address too, so
My,
they come
you talking about
by.
Mount Clark? You was on Calvin.
No, don't do that.
No, you talking about Mount Clark. But this is the thing. Every day, we strive more and more to be better than we was the day before. We have a long way to go. These past 10 years have not been easy. All credit is due to nothing but, like I said before, God. One of our major successes, I think, lately here is just working on our communication. And once you communicate better, for one, like he said it with the whole prayer thing. Not that we was like heathens or anything before, but just like they always saying, the best way to start your morning is folders in your cup. You got to start off with prayer. You keep God first in your life in prayer. Everything will work. We're working on different ventures, family, children, business, maybe back to school, maybe not. Hey, I'm good with it. Day by day, step by step.
That's right.
Ain't that a show?
Day by day.
Step by step.
Oh,
Step by
man. This girl said all
TGIF.
Right.
Let me go.
Yeah.
I
How
like
about
what
you
y'all
all?
said about. I like what y'all said about because when she was asking the question, I initially went to most of our success came from a huge fall that you learn a lesson from. That it's like, okay, I get it. I see it now. Okay, so let's not trip over that again. And you grow from it. So like this fairy tale that like you get married and love just carries you along, you float with each like I think that narrative of marriage is yeah, like the the reality is you're two different people with two different brains
Two different upbringing and everything.
and yeah. So you can expect that once you get married, everything is just gonna fall in line. What you think is what she thinks, and what she thinks is what you think. And like I remember like anytime she used to say something, I used to be like, "Well, who said that? Like who
Granny,
made this
Betty
rule?
said,
Like, and
Tina
she
said,
right?"
My
And
granny said it.
and that would be
Granny
the
said.
answer, and I'd be like, "No disrespect,
No, that's
no disrespect.
disrespectful,
I
but
That's
love you,
not
that's
Granny. I
disrespectful
love
disrespectful.
you."
because you have your own house.
No disrespect, but okay, that might have worked for them, but we got to build this thing together. Like we
That's
can't build
right.
this thing together based off of everybody else's thoughts on how life goes. So just learning how to navigate life with our own brains because we were kids for 18 years, so it was like we were fed what to do, how to do it. So then we were barely grown when we got married. I can say that, like fresh out of college, like so it was like, okay, we got to figure this thing out for ourselves. Like we can't go off of what Granny said, or I mean, listen,
I
Granny
get
got some good
exactly what you're
stuff,
saying,
okay,
bro.
but we
You have your own
we
path
can't
that
build
you have to get through.
our whole yeah we can take best practices, but like some stuff is like, all right, listen, that may be a little old fashioned. Like we got modern day things that can take care of those things. Okay, so just learning how to do that, I think, helps as well. I don't even know if I answered the question, but you got something.
Um, I would say, hands down, I totally agree with that one of the things that has kept us, or the main thing that has kept us, um, is God. God.
God alone.
Listen, it has been times where you were like, well, I ain't gonna say you, we were like, man, listen, I'm cool. But you have to
That's
remember
real.
who you made the commitment with. Like, I made this commitment to God that I would love and honor this man for better or for worse. So, therefore, when it's great, great. When it's bad, I still gotta stick this out, because not only was the covenant that I made, not only was it to him, but it was to God. So I have to honor that, and that's something, and I'm speaking for myself, that keeps me going and keeps me like striving to be a good wife, a great wife, because not only do I want to make sure that he's good and he's happy, but I want to please God, because I understand that there are people who desire to be married. There are people who want a husband, they want a family, and all of that stuff. And God gave that to me. So therefore, I need to be responsible in how I treat it, carry it, and all that, and make sure that it's honoring him as well.
That's good. That's real
Good
good.
answer, babe. Good answer.
Well, to
But
kind of
yeah, but sidebar. Y'all talk about what pulling stuff from what Granny said and putting it on the shelf and not bringing it in. But what's one thing Granny did teach us, Neil, when they came over? We had to do it. When she cooked, what we had to do?
Fix their plate.
Fix a plate.
I ain't never said nothing. No,
good
like
job,
that.
Granny.
No,
Thank
no.
you, Granny. Thank you.
That Granny, y'all learned that we have to fix our plate.
Hey, he go talk about this old fashioned. No,
Like,
they eat those fashioned.
Let me tell you. Okay, y'all. Every Sunday they were at their granny's house eating soul food.
So
it was stuff I had never even.
Full-blown.
I didn't know nothing
cornbread.
about no oxtails and no.
Dang.
I didn't even eat beans like that before I went over there, and hot water cornbread and stuff like that. But through my years of going, I really developed a love for it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Soul Food the movie. Every
Sunday. Yeah, I know that's what Big Mama wanted.
Big Mama.
This boy come over.
That's what Big Mama wanted.
This boy, he used to. They having fish and spaghetti on Sunday. Don't nobody eat fish and spaghetti. That's on Friday. Don't nobody eat that on no Sunday. Want to go to Taco Bell? No, you don't eat no fast food on no Sunday. Says who? Says Green. We only eat like this on the holidays. No. Greens.
No, that wasn't true. We ate soul food. It just wasn't stuff like, it wasn't stuff like that all the time. I definitely wasn't eating it,
No, but that's something when we got married, and I thought that's what you're supposed to do. On Sunday, you cook these big meals, and you
don't have to do that though.
One day I cooked a big meal, and I was gonna do it again, and he was like, "I don't want to eat that," and I thought something was wrong with him. I was like, "What you mean?" He's like, we can eat some burgers or something. You don't eat that on us.
That's my brother.
That's what I'm saying.
Brothers.
You don't do that.
You so dope, bro.
Listen, I grew up on Sundays. I would be with my auntie after church. We would go to like Outback Steakhouse or like I don't know somewhere like we wasn't eating full-fledged like Thanksgiving meals every Sunday. Yeah, so she started doing that. I'm like, listen, I don't need to be 800 pounds, okay? Like this ain't gonna be right if we eat this every Sunday.
And then he want to eat. First of all, we didn't grow up on fast food and takeout. Nobody know what that means. I didn't know what Jiffy cornbread was or canned vegetables until college. Like, what is that? No, that's fake.
Well, that's the thing. You can take a little bit from all of it because you grew up to realize you didn't have to have that just because that's what you were used to.
I have to have it. I be wanting it out every Sunday. But you...
I don't have to eat. First of all, I haven't been eating like that for real lately, and I don't have to have that stuff like that because it makes you feel weighed down and heavy and just full. Like it's okay. I'll take the. Now
Now
one
we
thing I
can
will
do
take
it.
is the coming together with each other, and I love that type of stuff, but I don't have to have a big full meal like that. Like give me some chicken, maybe some macaroni, some greens, and I'm good. Or
weigh me down, heavy me down, feed me. I want to eat. I'm on diet for about 3 months. I want some greens. The really hot butter cornbread. Can I have some okra? I really want some collard greens. Please,
I want some big
gravy. Please, please, sweet potatoes. Me, I don't want no candy. I want some sweet potatoes. Take the top off for a few minutes. Let it candy a little bit. And can I get the syrup? Bring that to me.
Now that's one thing I can say that has been a plus, and I can attribute that to you all's grandmother is that this girl can really cook.
Put it out. Say it again.
She can.
Say it again.
She can really cook.
Say it one more time for the Holy Ghost.
I even want your family to know because they used to make her bring the paper product.
And I'm still gonna bring the paper product. No. I never. The first couple times when they made this thing, I'm like, I could cook. I was fine with bringing the paper products. That's less I gotta do. So every time after that, I'm still gonna bring the paper plate, paper cup, paper napkins. I'm even gonna bring some ice.
Y'all can ask my coworkers. This girl be giving me some food. I had to tell her I cannot eat this soul food like this at lunchtime because I'm gonna be tired after lunch. But when I bring my food up, they be like, "What?"
Dude, I saw that lunch you took to lunch a couple days ago.
You said what? What'd you say, Carl?
I saw that full blown dinner you took to lunch
Thank you.
I saw that full blown dinner you took to lunch about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm like, man, I would be in this office
like that at least 4 more times since then.
Now you have a salad and all that.
Hey, but that's the thing. It's not a complaint at all because some men are mad because their wives don't cook. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple men. They like, man, this is what my wife. Hey, I done talked to a couple women too. They like, well, as long as he got food to eat when he get home, it don't matter where it came from. I'm like, oh no. But one thing about it is we share that load. Now she may do it a little more than me, but if she works over and she's tired, like you don't have to cook tonight. I'll make sure we got something to eat. And then we have nights where I cook and then when she cook or we eat out, whatever it is. But we kind of share that. But this girl can really, really cook and like. I thank your granny for that. Like, and I'm glad that she kind of stepped into her own too because she used to call your granny or your mom every time she was cooking something, like to make sure that she was doing to make sure that everybody do that. No, I said you used to do that.
I'm still doing it,
but you stepped into your own now where you have. You stepped into your own now where you cook and you cook with the assurance knowing that you know what you're doing.
I got to write down on my phone in my notes.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's good.
Hey,
but
that's what the old people used to have recipe books.
Step into your own and not just taking somebody else's cooking just because you're not confident that you can make it taste good.
Well, my cheat day on my diet don't start tomorrow, so this conversation really making me hungry. So can we talk about something deeper again? That's today's question. That was some great cornbread.
Wait, cheat day start tomorrow?
Yep, for me.
Yeah, you know where you going tomorrow?
You get a cheat meal.
Yeah.
She said cheat day.
I'm getting 6 cheat meals this week.
Hey, we out here.
You can get a week's worth of cheat meals in the weekend.
Right. I'm not going overboard though, but I just need something.
No, you've been doing a really good job.
I just need a piece of fried something on my palate to just make me the level of my blood sugar.
Hey, for those who are listening and y'all don't have an air fryer, y'all need to invest in one. They will save your life.
See, that's the thing. Like my auntie, my grandma do not believe that. They do not. No.
I seen a picture earlier that said it was a picture of a grandma talking about this is my grandma looking down from heaven talking about y'all cooking chicken in the air fryer.
My auntie do not like the air fryer.
Hey, it's amazing. It's healthier and it still tastes good. And it don't have to be
I didn't believe in the air fryer at first. I thought I thought it wasn't gonna work, but that thing,
I did too.
hey,
I couldn't get
it
around the
make it
whole
just as
air thing.
crispy
They
as
should have named it something else. Cause
yeah,
air fried. I was like,
yeah,
air
man. But
fried?
it,
It's about to fry this chicken? But
hey,
it's
you put
good.
some chicken in there and let it air fry for. Listen, it come out real crispy. Like,
And that's the thing I like about it, because I'm a texture person, and I like stuff on the outside crispy, but in the inside it's still tender, still moist, and so I love it. You utilize it very good.
Chicken that we need noodles. That thing broke the handle, bro.
You broke it. All right, so
hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all though. I know I know we've been ready to go to like one of my favorite places to eat. So I've been trying to chill out this week too and not eat as much because I'm trying to,
What's
prepare
your
my
favorite
body
place?
for what's going to take place.
you finna try to say rude?
Chicago, they got
Where y'all going to Papa
no.
Do's?
I'm just trying to prepare my body.
They
Oh,
got
for
Papa.
all of the.
Man,
Oh, do they
listen,
have Papa Do's?
I
Chicago
don't know if they got.
probably
I've never been.
they probably got the best food out of.
No. They have good food. They don't have the best food.
That's
Okay,
your taste palette.
The South has the best food. Period.
My wife has the best food. Period.
Scooter, you do
okay,
it.
okay. Scooter, we talking outside the house, man. Outside the house.
Right.
My wife, she. Sorry, we're back. The scam likely was calling.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place to eat in Chicago, Cole?
Oh, I love deep dish pizzas, Chicago style pizzas.
Yeah.
Um, I like Hurls, but I can't go to the
Dang it!
real Hurls in the hood. I go to Hurls downtown.
You
It's
gotta go to the
safer.
one where got a couple gunshots in the door.
Nah. We don't go to that. When we go to the one a little bit off of Michigan Ave, it's safer.
You gotta bring my auntie back some
Where else is
popcorn. Please
it?
have it in 3 Ziploc bags. Seal
Oh
shut.
no! Oh yeah, we gonna come back with a year supply of Garrett's. It's gonna be stale next week.
Nah, she got the whole remedy on how to put it in the bag so it will get stale and how to
Yeah,
touch it the
Ziploc.
right way.
What else we be eating in Chicago?
Scooter,
I don't know, but so
what
y'all
I
got a
do know
question?
about Garrett's is, for years, Tina always told us about gotta get that Chicago style mix. That is not the best kind. They got the cashew caramel pecan. That's the best kind.
Oh no,
Oh no.
That sounds like too many
that's
nuts.
a lot. What
What
cashew
kind you
caramel
get?
pecan? Just the Chicago style, Chicago mix. Maybe
He
I
said
maybe I
that's
try a
way too
small
full.
bag of those.
What'd you say, bro?
I said maybe I try a small bag of the
Yeah, bring
cashew
me some.
caramel
It was really good.
pecan
Well, I like
macadamia.
pecan, so
Yeah, I get quiet and stop doing it. That's it.
you say so. All right, what's the next question?
Ooh, next question, babe.
Y'all don't have one? All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust out a question.
It was our turn.
Oh, y'all want us to ask a
Yes,
question?
ask.
We didn't get a turn.
Okay.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Are you want to ask?
Yeah.
Baby, it's quiet. You gotta actually say something.
How much you look at a witch up top of it?
What's he say?
Baby, just read one.
All right. So for a light question,
Right.
would you rather stay in or go out on a date night?
Stay in. But order out.
Stay in. Why?
I'd rather. Yeah, why?
Because we can go to sleep. If we order out, we can eat. Go to sleep, take a nap, watch a movie. This is the thing. Like during the week.
That's not fun.
It's very fun. During the week, I don't watch TV.
It's not my fault.
So there's a lot of shows and movies that we need to catch up on.
I'd already seen them all.
So we need to utilize that time on date night to watch those things.
No.
I'm with you.
But Scooter hates staying in the house. Like, he hates being in the
No,
house.
it's not that I hate staying in the house. Is I go to work all week long. When I'm off, when I get off on Fridays, I'm ready to hit the streets then. I'm ready to come home, take a shower, change clothes. I'm ready to hit the streets. That's.
But this is another thing. Like, if you want to hear the cheap side of me, if you stay in, it's less money to spend. If I go out, I got to spend money.
That's not true. Because you got to eat. I like
cheaper. You ain't got to tip the waitress.
I like doing stuff outside of the norm. I want to go on a hot air balloon. I like adventurous stuff.
Keep dreaming.
But I like doing, because there's so much more outside of just going out to eat that's out there to do. And so I like doing those things. We recently went to, well, not recently, but a couple months ago, went to the zoo, just the two of us. And we had a great time, so
So this is the thing. So I don't mind going anywhere. I just don't like being hot. And I'm not going to go anywhere and voluntarily be hot and sweaty on top of walking and bugs. Like, that sounds so much like torture and miserable. Why would you put yourself through something like that?
Okay, let's go somewhere that's indoors. We went to the gun range, had an amazing time. Like, you can do stuff
After
like that.
After a while, stuff bores me, and I want to sit at.
You need to take that over God.
And plus, I didn't have my own gun.
No, I can relate. I can relate to the gun range thing, because it's been times where I went. It's cool. I shoot for about 2-3 rounds. I said, all right, can we go and start to eat the barbecue now? Because I'm
right. See, that's what I'm saying. Because then you be over it, then they still shoot, make all this other thing. You got the gun, want to shoot them. Like, I need some self-restraint. No. They got a slushy anywhere. I be saying, like, God, go ahead, I'm going to find something to drink. No.
There's a whole lot of things that you can do. You got axe throwing now. You got arcade places like Up Down Bar. Dave and Buster's, we went there recently. Had a great time. You didn't get bored there?
Yeah, we couldn't sit down and eat, so we had to leave.
No, we went somewhere else, but we actually played games though.
Dave and Buster was fun. I do. Yes, thanks. Cakes. We did have fun. What about you all? In or out?
I think it just depends. Like me, I'm more of the create like an experience kind of person. So like we can do something in the house and it can be as cheap as possible. But like if you're creative in your thought, like how you implement it, then I'm cool. I mean, I'm always up to, let's go grab something to eat or something like that. That's fine. I'm up to trying things that are different. Just kind of prepare me a little bit, But no, he did surprise me like a couple weeks ago. He took me to this one place because I absolutely love candles. Like, everybody in my house know I love candles. And so he was like, babe, I got the perfect place to take you on a date night. And I'm like, okay, where are we going? He's like, nothing. I was like, okay, so how should I dress? And he's like, put on whatever you want to put on. I'm like, what?
Dress how you want to dress.
So we just driving, and I'm like, okay, we going to St. Charles, all right. We going to downtown St. Charles. Like, what's over here? And so I'm thinking we finna go like next to the river or something. But we ended up. Yeah, I thought we was going to the river.
I don't even like being outside.
Listen, I don't know. I thought you was
when I say Ebony, me and you are like in a lot of ways, and Corey, Ebony.
No, because I like being outside. That's not going to be hot.
You don't have to be.
I don't like bugs. I don't like being hot.
See, I like all of that type of stuff. Like when
So
I
we
was a
went-
kid,
we
going
pulled
outside
up.
to just get wet with the water hose was fun to me. So I would be outside with the bugs.
No,
I used to cry when I couldn't go outside.
no, that's fine getting wet with one of those, and after a while, after you wet, you start itching. No, stupid.
That's why you stay wet.
You start
I'm just saying. So even
So
tonight,
yeah,
like
that was fun. We ended up in the candle fusion. Is that what it's called? Candle something.
that's what's up.
And it was fun. Like I got to smell the different scents, and like I made 3 candles and a room spray or something. But like it was cool, and I appreciated that because he kind of took what I guess he's been watching that I like and found a way to implement, a date night, and that was cool. So that was something that did, it was about what, $60. It was about $60, but even if we did something at home, I'm good with being in the house. Like just create like some type of experience.
That's me.
Create. Be thoughtful, and I'm good with it.
You
I'm
listening?
good.
I'm the same way. It's not that I mind being in the
But
house.
this is
I do like going
also,
out. Go ahead.
but no, this is something to keep in mind because I'm the type of person who likes experiences. So in the beginning of our marriage, I would be the one that would like go get the candles, light the candles, get some rose petals, like try to set the mood and like all of that. And then he'll come in the house and be like, "What are you doing?" And so I'll be like, "Dang, like I just put forth all my effort in this, and all I get is a, what are you doing?" And so I had to learn that, okay, that's not his like type of love language. That's not him. That's what I like. So that's something that as a married couple, or those who desire to be married, is like learning your spouse, because sometimes we try to implement things that we want and that we like and they like. I mean, it's cool, but that's not really a thing that's like gonna touch the inside of their soul. Like they're gonna be like, "Oh, this tight." Like, no, it's you gonna be like, "Oh, this tight," because that's what you want.
Right.
That's not what they want.
So the thing was, she would do all of this, and then she'd be like, "So what you think? What you think?" And then I'd be like, "I mean, it's cool."
It's good.
Like,
And your feelings are hurt.
right.
I'm like, dang, I just went through all this. I went and got this and blah, blah, blah.
So
Like, it's cool.
the thing about love languages, that is very important in any relationship that you have, even if it's not just your spouse, learning what the other person likes. Now, naturally, we normally kind of give off what we desire. And so that's why you did that. But I'm glad that he learned, because he took you to a place where, you could do stuff like that. So that means he learned from it. But naturally, we kind of give off the love language that we want. And so it's cool to take advice from other people and take it from your pastors and other people, but it's good to learn that person for yourself, because just because it worked for somebody else, hey, say Emmy, you like shoes, and Johnette, I try to go buy Johnette a bunch of shoes, and she like, well, I don't care about gifts like that. I like to spend time.
Right.
Like, it's important to learn your spouse so you're not just giving off to them what you really desire or what you think the love language is.
I would never say that because I like the combo. Yeah, me, I like the combo.
Because, like, for me, I guess that could be the next question. What are your primary love languages? Do you all know? I guess we need to give what the love languages are, huh? What you got? Quality time, physical touch.
Quality time, words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation, yes.
Gifts. And acts of service. Gifts and
acts of service. Did we say all of them?
Yeah, gifts and acts of service. Yep.
Okay. So, yeah. Do you all know what either yours is or each other's are? Do you know?
Well, my love language.
I know what her love language is.
What's my love language?
You like to be told how much you're appreciated and loved and needed.
So you like words of affirmation?
And yeah.
Words of affirmation.
She likes to. So this is the thing. We were just talking about this. Like normally we give it off the way what we want. So like when she like I'm okay with words of affirmation, but it makes me feel weird, you know.
Yeah, we
So
know.
when she does
Got
it,
that
she
$1 million
lays it on
company
real.
over there.
She laid on. She laid on too thick. Like if she just hit me with like a, I bet you did a good job. Like I'm good with that. Like we can stop it there. Like okay. But then she just keep laying it on. Like it just, and I'd be like, all right, it's getting weird now. Okay.
Because I feel like I I'm your wife. I should be able to tell you, like, babe, you did like he cut the girl, like, babe, you did an amazing job. This line looked like you hired somebody to cut this line. Or like if he looking like fur, I'd be like, babe, you fine. He be like, man, shut up.
Don't lay it on too thick. That's all I'm saying. Like
So
Like,
again,
wait
you're
a
giving off
minute.
what
Don't
you
say
want.
you look nice today. Sure. I mean, I
So again,
guess,
you're
but I
giving
still
off
feel
what
like
you
that's
actually
something that he
desire.
should.
yeah.
I guess so. I guess you can say that, but at the same time, like I still feel like that's a positive to him too, though, right? Right around.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I like
definitely.
words of affirmation too. But I'm just saying, like sometimes she just lay it on real thick though. That's all I. But you know, I do know her love language.
That's
So his
good.
love language, Carl's love language is he like words of affirmation, but he also like physical touch.
Okay.
Hey, don't be telling the people that. Man.
What?
Well,
What
physical touch
you doing?
doesn't always mean
I just
sexual things, which
I
I
just
mean is
fun.
part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
But physical touch could just be when you walk past and you put your hand on the shoulder, hey baby, like or
Yeah.
just
Or I just rub his hair like this.
yeah. So
Or
that's
when I
all a
try to
part of
get,
physical touch.
or when I try to be the little spoon and she don't let me.
Bye.
The little spoon.
That's funny. What's my love
But yeah.
language, man?
I think girls was for affirmation and physical touch
What?
too.
Say it again.
I said,
Wait.
see what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
See what I'm saying? Not too much.
Go ahead.
Nope. Yeah.
Okay, so her love language.
No,
You said you was
know
wrong.
that. What's
Her love language. It may not be her primary one, but definitely physical touch. Is definitely physical touch. She's very touchy
You saying
feely,
no?
and she definitely likes everything. Yeah. Shoot, I would go on the limb and say acts of service too.
Yes,
I'm the combo, all
I
five.
believe that one. That's definitely
She
one of yours, Nell.
She
What?
said she got to get the combo.
I'm the combo. I
you
know I'm
say
the
that,
combo.
but
You want the combo.
gifts.
She
You
want the
say you
combo,
like
true.
gifts, but that's not your primary love language.
It can be if I get more gifts.
I think my wife's secondary love language is turning to receiving gifts. So I think
But you know what?
Okay.
Okay, let's
Again, you
pause here
learning, bro. That's good that you
because
learning that.
in the beginning, but in the beginning, no, like I could care less about a gift. Like, and like that's the thing. Like as you go through different phases, of course, like we said before,
You
all of that
change.
changes
Yeah.
because in the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, like I don't even think I really cared for it. No, I probably was physical touch because I came off of like, let's go, let's get this pop. But and after when we had kids, when we started having children, it was more so of acts of service, like help with these kids, help get some of this stuff figured out around this house.
Okay.
And then I feel like I don't now I've entered into a place of like
self care.
yeah, like self care and I'm let's just talk more like that more intimate, the more like deeper, like getting deeper rather than just like the surface stuff of like, oh hey, I wash the dishes. Like, okay. But like more so of like vulnerability, that's what I'm looking for. Like being vulnerable, talking about your feelings, like letting me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel about me. And I don't know. I like gifts now too, because at first that wasn't a big thing to me.
Yeah, she wouldn't buy tennis shoes over $27.
Never. Okay.
Oh
Not
my
doing
lord.
it.
That
And he's
must
over
run in your
exaggerating
family.
with $27, but he's over exaggerating.
All right, it was $34.
I would not like. I would not spend like a bunch of money on myself. Like, and still to this day, I'm not gonna spend a bunch of money on myself. But I am
Why?
learning that it's okay. No, I'm learning that it's okay to get yourself something nice. Like,
Exactly.
you deserve it. You work hard. You deserve it.
Just
So,
not going
but
overboard.
I'm not the one that's just gonna be like, no, I'm not doing it. Um. So, yeah, that's that's where
So
I'm at now.
for me, my love
I like
language
this
is
page.
my love. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like, although you learn the person, it can change, and it can evolve, and
Hmm.
it can turn into something else, or we go through different hormonal changes in our life as well. So that could change things, and definitely having children could definitely change that whole thing. So, um, yeah. But for me, stroke my ego. I need you to tell me. I'm the
Mm.
opposite of you in that one, Cora. I need
Mhm.
tell me everything that I did and how good I did at it. And one of the reasons, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm trying to get to the point where I do that for myself because I often would play down what I do. And that's one of the reasons why I need to hear that from my spouse or whoever it is. I actually like that. But yeah, words of affirmation, I need that. Like, I need that. My other one is quality time. Like, you give me, I love gifts too, but
For sure. I see that.
I need, yeah,
First order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love quality time. I love being able to have intellectual conversations, just having conversations about life, just in general, just like sometimes we just sit down and play cards with each other. Like, that's fun to me. Just getting together with the family or friends or whatever, that's fun to me. Just spending time. And then I also realized that we always say the terms like life is short. And so I understand that. And so I want to capitalize on every moment that I can spend with people because, we never know. And so I definitely, quality time is definitely high up on the list for me. Um, yeah, I think those are the top two for me. Yeah, I think those are top two for me. Definitely words of affirmation and
So
quality
for
time.
the viewers, what about our viewers?
Yeah, y'all
Viewers,
tell
what
us
are
what
your
are
love
yours.
languages?
Do you know?
You gotta explain what they are again for people just don't
Yeah,
know.
Ebony, can you say them again for everybody?
So the love languages are words of affirmation, acts of services, physical touch, receiving gifts, and quality time. So those are the 5 love languages that are by Gary Chapman. I believe that's his name. So what's your love language? What's your love language?
And even also, like I said, while they're answering that, um, this doesn't just stop between husbands and wives or in those type of relationships. You all can learn it about your children and everything because you try to buy your son gift and then try to buy your daughter gifts and she like to words of affirmation, so it's good to learn them as well and other people around us who we love, like really learn what they need in order to you know be victorious in life. And so I'm learning to do that as well because a lot of times, like I said, we kind of push off on other people what we really want, and we kind of feel some type of way when they don't respond in the way we would like them to. Um,
Right.
that's just like Kevin on stage. He was talking about how he bought his wife, I think it was some Louis Vuitton heels or something like that, and he spent all this money on them, and so he thought she was just gonna be like, "Oh my God, I really love him," but it wasn't stuff that she would really wear all the time. So she liked them, but it really wasn't her cup of tea. And of course, she accepts it like most of us do, although we may not like gifts. We kind of just
Right.
accept it because people don't have to be nice, but it really wasn't her love language. So he had to really figure out what her love language was, and that can only come through communication and really digging into that person. So, anybody
I
saying
remember on
anything?
Valentine's Day. No, on one of my let's see. So Al or John Barrett, he said words.
Okay.
Dexter said gifts. Dexter said
He
gifts.
said, "Buy
So
me
yeah,
something."
I feel. But I feel like I'm in that stage now. But like it was funny because one year, one year for my birthday, God went and bought like all these sweets. I'm talking about
Oh
like
yeah, I bought every cake that
listen,
anybody ever cooked in history.
and I'm looking like I'm not gonna eat this. Like I'm not gonna like I'll eat a slice of this cake right here, which was a nothing but cake, which is ultimately I think what I asked for or something like that. But he came home with every other dessert, and I'm like, oh, thanks. Okay. And then you start giving it away to the kid.
I know
And
exactly what
I'm
you're
like,
talking about.
no, just
And I never bought another sweet ever again
Hey,
for
that mean
another
you
birthday.
learn from it. I'm the same way. Because like for Valentine's Day, people go out and buy all this candy and chocolate and all that stuff. My wife don't even eat that stuff. So we don't even
no.
do that no
In the
more.
words of
I will not waste my money on that. So, if anything, I'll go buy her
Mel.
some clothes or something, or buy her something that I know she's gonna like. And that's another thing for me. Not only if I do like gifts, not just buying me a gift, but thoughtful gifts mean something to me. It don't even have to be something big, but the fact that you know what I like or you listen to me when I talk, like that's big for me. What about you?
Buy me a gift.
So, people out there listening, this is one thing that I've gathered. Like I just said, listening to people when they talk, especially throughout the year, I put it in my phone. I write it down so I don't forget. She said she wanted earrings, or she said that way when it's time to go look for gifts, it's not so hard trying to find something. And then, definitely find something that she don't want. And she can say, how, because she don't forget. She can be like, how did you know? Although
No, I
lately,
did not forget. I just play crazy so you can feel special. I don't forget nothing. I play stupid.
although lately when it comes
you ain't
to,
supposed to. You ain't supposed to tell them.
It's to help. I don't. You gotta play stupid. You gonna make it feel. Oh, I remember. Thanks.
that's what I need. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
You said you need your ego stroke. She doing it.
Hey,
Right.
I need it. I
No, but
need it.
that's good too because when I was in I think where did I fall in love with Cece? When I was in high school, we had to create this project where you had to like plan your wedding. I forgot the name of the class, but you had to plan your
Oh, what
wedding.
kind of
And as I was going to
In high school?
yes, it was a class. I can't remember the name of it, but one of the big projects was you had to like plan your wedding, and it had to be like this itemized with everything. And so, in doing so, I saw this in one of the magazines. It was this like turquoise little minty looking box, and I'm like, dang, this is so cute. And from there, I started like looking up like all like the rings and stuff that was within that brand of Tiffany and Company. So like I've always wanted like some type of Tiffany something, and so like that's always been my favorite color. Like ever since I saw that's always been my favorite color. And so I guess I just kept telling myself I ain't finna buy it. Like I'm not finna buy nothing from there. So after listening and hearing me talk about this for
That's
In
my
so
brother.
11
long,
years.
in 11 years
It only took 11 years for me to,
to get it, but that's okay.
pick up these clues that she was laying down.
So what was it? My birthday? Yeah, my birthday. And he handed me this box, and I was like, "Oh, what's in here?" So when I opened it up, it was my necklace, y'all. I was almost in tears, like I could not believe it. And then Mother's Day, I got a bracelet to match, y'all. Come on, he doing so good. So
The
It
next is
only
gonna be
took
the
11
ring.
years to get to this point, y'all.
I'm proud of you, bro.
What matter? What?
This is gonna be the run. Let me see your upgrade.
What matter?
Upgrade.
I thought
And
we
then the
was.
big, and then the big card next with the locket.
Get
Oh,
the
you know
locket.
what?
Bro, we gotta get us a list
When
together of
when
what
we
we
was
want.
in
Well,
high
this
school,
was a wonderful episode. It was,
no, when we was in middle school, everybody at Berkeley had the Tiffany bangle things. Remember? Everybody had one.
With the heart on it.
Yep.
I'm glad
It
you
might have
were
been
you a part of
fake.
everybody.
No, it was cool.
No, the Negroes in there.
Hey, did you used to wear Adam B chains?
Yeah. You ain't gotta bring it back to me though. That's
My
not to
mama
give it back to me.
Hey, I used to buy the ladies those, but anyway.
What are these stores called, Grandpa?
yeah.
Yeah, Grandpa. She knows Grandpa.
You can't buy no Adderby from
Yes,
Grandpa.
you did.
Yes, you
Yes, you
can.
could have.
And Ventures.
Nah, bro.
Yes, you
Where
can.
my mama at? Mama, comment.
But baby, I said
That mother
Grandpa's
fake too.
and Ventures.
I thought
She's
you,
like, Grandpa Pigeons.
I thought you got your Adderby from the mall.
You probably could.
Well, yeah, we got really got some.
That was the
We
privilege.
went to Ventures and Value C and Kmart.
Like,
That's all I'm a bunch of
Grandpa
Rick
from
from
Adderby.
Kmart.
Yes, they did.
They had that Grandpa's.
All right, y'all. Next question.
Oh. You can see me. Okay, bye
Baby,
bye.
why is you waving?
She ended the show.
I cannot. All right, so I got a question. I have a question.
All right.
What's your question?
So, being that you are 10 years in, almost 11, what would you say to your fresh? I just walked down the aisle. I'm getting to my car to go home. Like, wedding's over. It's just y'all. What would you say to that couple? That person?
Say that one more time. What we say to ourselves?
As a couple.
Oh, okay. So yes, reset it again.
Yourself, and also what would you say to a couple who's in that same position?
I was sorry because she was so sure of what you said. So what would we say to ourselves and to a couple that's in that same position? Okay. Well,
yeah.
Newlywed.
Just keep going. Keep pressing. Keep going. No matter what goes on. Every end of an argument is not the end of it all. Just keep going. You're going to have to work through the big things and the small things. Just know that if you work, you're better together than apart. Just keep going. Because the thing is, you're going to have so many, and stuff going to come at you that you didn't even realize. Things, people, it don't matter who, what, where. If you just stand together strong, just remember that you're one now. So you're stronger together than apart. So just keep going and stay focused and keep God first.
That was beautiful, baby.
That was beautiful.
Works cited page at the end.
Right. Yeah. For me, I would tell them to get you some savings, or if you already don't have it, get you some. Make sure your credit is up to par because you're going to need it.
It don't have to be. You can work towards it. We work.
That's what I mean. That's what I would say to them. Like, this is stuff that people don't tell people. That's what I think about when people ask questions like this. Stuff that people don't normally tell people, but we all go through it. So, what would I
also would tell them that there's nothing wrong with having a counselor and a pastor. Don't think just because you go to church or you come to a certain rate, don't think that you don't have to go to counseling. Like, individually, collectively, you always hear somebody talk to some third party that's not compromised. Just don't think you gotta, because this thing is mental, physical, so spiritual. You gotta keep a lot of communication open.
What you say? Getting having a counselor doesn't make you less of a Christian? Is that what you saying?
It doesn't.
Right.
And I know having a therapist and a pastor.
People make it seem like that.
Yeah, because it almost
you
makes
can
it
have
seem
a
like
therapist, a counselor, and Jesus.
Right. And your counselor does not have to be your pastor.
Amen. Because a lot of times people try to make it seem like either you don't really have faith in God if you go see, or something is really wrong with you. And that doesn't always have to be the case. Like, we all deal with natural things as well as spiritual things, as well, as well as physical things. And so a lot of times, most of the times, the stuff that happens to us as children sticks with us, and it affects our life. And if you don't deal with those things, it still affects your life. You may put it in the back of your mind and think that it's over, but it comes out through your actions. It comes out in your behavior. It comes off how reserved you are. It comes off how much you actually trust others. Like, a lot of this stuff that happened to us as children, because those are our foundation years, that stuff stayed with you. And so it's important to dig into those things sometimes, and when you're ready, and figure out not only the what, but the why, and then try to work towards unlearning some stuff and learning some new stuff that's going to help you to be effective in your life now. So that's what I would tell my getting married right now, well, back then, self, and to a couple that, maybe newlyweds or whatever. Like, hey, you got some unhealed trauma you got to deal with. And if you don't work on it, it's going to affect you. And one thing that I have learned about marriages and relationships, as long as I'm single, I can hide me from me. But because I'm married and everything that I do affects her, my insecurities come out. All those things play a part. So you can't hide from yourself when you're married, because it's going to come up and it's going to come out, because they're going to see it. And so, yeah. What about you?
I would tell my younger self or younger couple, surround yourself with people who's going where you want to go. And not to say not to say to try to mimic them or take everything they have, but like, you learn from people. You can learn from someone else's experience. Okay, so if somebody's doing something well, you write that down. You take a mental note. Okay, I may be able to implement that. Not exactly, but put my twist on it for what works for us. I would also say, and I just learned this recently, like, your spouse is your teammate. Give them the benefit of the doubt. So, like, a lot of times the person who's closest to you, you take that more personal when they say things, or you feel more hurt when they try to give you instruction or criticism, but your spouse is the one who's usually praying for you, rooting for you through everything. So, and we may not always know how to communicate our feelings in the most effective way. So give them the benefit of the doubt. If they say something that stings you, then take a look in the mirror, because you might need to move to the left if they say move to the left. Because, I mean, ultimately your goal is to be together forever. So, not saying that you should rearrange your whole being to be with this person, but there does have to be some sort of mending that takes place between the two of you in order for it to work. So, you can't stay the same selfish individual, single person that you were before marriage, and your marriage will succeed. So learn how to compromise. That would be what I would say.
That is very true. And that's the thing. Compromise has to go both ways. Go ahead.
And that's the thing. If you're looking out for the best interest of her and she's looking out for the best interest of you, then you're both going to win, because it's not like she's out for some selfish gain or I'm out for some selfish gain, if both of us are at the place where I'm doing everything I can to please you and you're doing everything to please me, then it's it's all going to come together. I'm not gonna say perfectly because we all have those days where we fall and it's like, listen, I ain't trying to hear that right now, okay? But we revisit it and we get it back together, get it on track. Like I remember we used to fight and we like I'd be like, bro, I ain't gotta talk to you. Like
Yes.
it,
Like days.
it be days,
Though.
I ain't got nothing.
Days.
She be trying to ask a question, I'd be giving her one word answer, yep, no. But now it's like we fight, then it's like an hour later,
We start laughing about something.
I'm like, bro, that's why that lady laughed at you at the doctor. Like,
Hey,
I'm
at
not
that point,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna play
even
that
remember
game.
what we argued about, and she get mad at them. But I don't be remembering. Like after so much time has gone by, I be like, what was you mad about? Like you gotta let it go, baby. Hey, I'm trying to work on that, but how long can you hold a grudge? Like, I mean, I've learned how to do it, but I don't even be remembering what you mad about or what I was mad about. I be like, okay, let's move on. But I do think you have to deal with it, though. I'm being funny, but you do have to deal with it. Because if you just overlook it or just try to push past it, that issue still is there. And so you definitely...
It's going to keep coming back up.
Yeah, it definitely is. So, with that being said...
that's one of the most important... I didn't get my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I just like... so I think that's one of the most important things that I've learned throughout this journey is one, like we riding for each other, like hands down, like y'all link up and no matter what. I'm sorry, I get emotional about this part.
Oh my
God! Like
this is a no crying zone.
Whatever. I'm just saying, no matter what, like adverse situation like comes to you or hits you, like y'all we standing together, like hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts. And another important thing is to understand that like this is not outside of it being your husband, whatever. Like yes, but like this that let that be your friend, like your friend. We are friends. Like we laugh, we joke. I cry, like he have his own way of like dealing with stuff.
I'll be crying.
Not all the time, but yeah, I'm a crier, and I like to talk. I like to express myself, and please, 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 like communicate with each other. Like eventually get to a place where you can be completely vulnerable with each other. Like I think we've had some of our best conversations probably within the last 2 years, maybe. So, like, because we're being completely, completely honest with each other. And sometimes it hurt to hear it. Heck yeah, it do. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it like, oh, okay, he's only telling me this so that we can grow. Or I'm only telling him this so that he can grow. It's not coming from a place of being, like, malicious or mean or anything like that. But, and like he said, like, when he grow, I grow. We win together. Like, so that's one of those are a few things that I would say to us, like gird up in the beginning, stand strong, make sure you communicating with each other and be vulnerable, like, and let that be your friend, not just, oh, that's my husband. Like no, this is my friend, like this is my homie.
You done? I got one more thing. Do not measure the success of your marriage on the next man's marriage.
I was gonna say that, bro.
Because a lot of times we look at people who's been married 10, 11 years and we're like, man, why my husband up 3 years ago, I wasn't the man I was today. So, like, Don't do that. Like this is a journey, man. Like
Yes.
you gonna grow together. Don't be sitting over here looking at the next man saying, "Man, I wish we was like that." You can't get like that.
Enrichment too.
It's gonna take time. It's gonna take some sacrifice. It's gonna take some compromise. It's gonna take all of that. But you don't measure your success on the next person because you don't know what they went through to
That's
get to
right.
where they are.
Yes, sir.
And not going
So
And
so
find opportunities. Find opportunities to help you grow. So like if you know that somebody's having a marriage retreat and it's a credible, like it's a, you know what I'm saying, like it ain't no mess. Like invest in yourself. Like invest in your
That's
marriage.
good.
If you feel like, oh well, I don't understand this, I don't understand it. Okay, there are books and authors out there who can help you in those areas. Invest in your marriage. Like if you go out here, you go to the gym every day, you working out, you working on your body, do the same thing for your marriage. Like invest in your marriage, invest in yourselves because who else gonna do it? You gotta do the work. If you want a successful marriage, you gotta do the work.
I'm gonna say that's a word for men because usually when in relationships, women are willing to go and talk to somebody about what's happening. Or not saying 100%, but generally. And then men usually have to be drugged to these situations when it's like, "Oh, we either gonna do this or we done." It don't have to get to that point either. Like you can invest in yourself before it gets to a point of, "Oh, we need to do this or it's gonna be over."
Yeah.
I agree.
Start
I mean, you
early,
can't
then
read the
you
guy books
won't.
on tape.
Hopefully, you won't make it to that point.
That's right.
That's right. Audiobooks. You can listen to some podcasts.
Yeah.
All of that.
Hey, we do it all the
It's
time.
out there. Right. There are successful marriages out there that will give you keys. They will give you gems. You just have to find it and implement it for yourself.
Yep.
And the thing about it is that there's no blueprint for it. So you can't look at just one marriage and say,
Nope.
well, this is the way to get there. Like you just said, they have keys, which mean there are multiple ways. And so you got to figure out what works best for you and your marriage or your relationship or whatever it is. And like you said, investing in it, but not comparing yourselves to others because comparison kills. And
Yeah.
it makes the other person feel unvalued and um, you pretty much valuing what somebody else is doing. And it's okay to be inspired by other people, but to be
Right.
like, oh, I wish he was like Ebony. Like
I wish he was like
that's
that.
not okay.
That's a recipe for disaster. I can tell you that.
And one more thing I'm going to say. And did y'all have more questions?
Oh, we good.
Okay, so I'm going to say, and this is to anybody who's listening, to not only be in the relationship, but to enjoy the journey. And the Bible tells us to count it all joy. And it also tells us, and we know all things work together to the good of them that love God and the call according to his purpose, which means that the good and the bad work together. And so a lot of times we're looking for that end result. Oh, we're looking, man, you asked a question about being a successful marriage earlier or a relationship. A lot of times people look at success at the end of where they're going or, to actually get to a level but we miss out on the journey. And so have you all seen the movie Soul?
No.
It's the cartoon
Yes.
movie with Jamie Foxx.
The
So
cartoon?
in the movie, the guy
You
has
seen the movie Soul?
yeah, the guy
You
wants.
watched it?
I did. The guy wants to become this great musician, and he wants to travel the world, and he wants to do all of this stuff. And so it gets towards the end of the movie, and he actually gets the opportunity to do what he wants to do, but he didn't get the satisfaction that he thought he was going to get from it. And so he was talking to the lady, and she told him a story about how the fish wanted to get to the ocean. Meanwhile, the fish was always in the ocean. And so it just triggered him to realize that all the journey to getting to that point was the whole purpose for it. And so sometimes we look at the end result or the end goal as successful, but success is enjoying the journey. And so that's what I encourage you all to do in your relationships and your marriages. Enjoy the journey. Hey, I know it's not easy. It's not easy. I know. But enjoy those good and the bad times. Like you just did the whole driving symbol. Like if you're driving somewhere, you don't just close your eyes until you get to the place. You're looking at stuff along the way. And you're remembering certain stops, and you remember certain signs, and you remember certain places. And you get off at certain exits, and you remember that. That's enjoying the journey. But if I'm going to only look at the end result, I'm missing out on what could be. So I'm here with you, baby, and I want to continue to enjoy this journey. And I'm ready, to go to the next level and things. But I definitely want to not negate all of the small victories or the small struggles or the small victories that lead to the bigger things. So I just want to encourage anybody to just really enjoy what you are doing, whether it's career-wise, whether it's relationship-wise, whether it's with your children. Spend time with them. And like I was over you all's house one day, and like I really enjoyed seeing Carl roll around and play with his kids on the floor, and like that's what they're going to remember when they get older. Not that my daddy spent $300 on my Jordans. He don't, man. I remember my daddy.
He said, "Look, I'm gonna remember that."
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
But they gonna remember, man. Daddy remember you used to roll around on the floor and play with us, and that's enjoying the journey. And so, that's what we need to do. So, I'm done. I enjoyed this tonight. We need to do this again.
I did too. Y'all can come
So
back.
hopefully you all in the chat got something out of it as well.
In another 19 episode. They can come back in 19 more episodes.
I'm with you, bro.
Next time we have soul food.
So okay.
I'm down.
Maybe we can do this all together one day.
Mukbang.
Like in the same room.
Mukbang.
Yeah, we can enjoy some meat.
Mukbang. Soul food style.
Okay.
Well, until next time, we bid you farewell.
Hold on, this is our show.
Happy anniversary.
We want to say happy anniversary to the Davis sister. Everybody who's on, remember this is Man with 3 N's, Man Me Too. We're on here every first and third Thursday of the month. And so we want you all to go to our YouTube channel, like, comment, and subscribe. It's Man with 3 N's, Me Too. We want you all to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell because all of these episodes are on there. And hey, you all can go back and reflect, re-look at some of this stuff. I've been doing it as well, just going back, learning,
send it
listening.
to some friends.
Yeah, and share this with somebody. Somebody that's looking to be in a relationship or a marriage. Hey, there's some vital stuff that we talked about today that can definitely help. So this can be one of those keys that you talked about, Carl, that can help people on their journey while they're enjoying the journey. So, hey, I love you.
Bye.
Thank y'all for coming. Peace out.
Can I bring us some popcorn?